just a really cool experience.
I don't think I've been this excited for something to eat in a long time.
We couldn't go out and film yesterday because it rained all day.
It's still raining now, which is why we're starting today's vlog from the bus station in Mostar on our way to Sarajevo.
We just bought tickets for the bus that leaves at midday, and since we've still got about an hour until then, we're going to grab some breakfast. After a couple of attempts of going to places that only serve coffee and not food, we finally found somewhere that we can get some breakfast. Although it was the most confusing order that I've ever had. They seemed to have run out of a few things, but because she didn't speak English, we'd like point at what we wanted, and then she'd be like, and we'd be like, is she disapproving of our choice? Like, does she not want us to order that? Do we need to order something else? But we finally got some food on the way, I hope. I think. Maybe.
Are you okay?
I'm not okay. I ordered tea instead of coffee. Why? It's not very me, is it? Surely. Thank you. Our bus has arrived, so we're just queuing to get on it. And it's quite busy actually. Hopefully we can get a seat together because we both need to do some work on the bus.
I think the bus company has sold more tickets than they have seats. It's very busy on here. We've just arrived at the bus station in Sarajevo, and now we need to get another bus to the guest house where we're staying.
Whew. How are you carrying both of them?
I am Hulk. I am tired. Which way is he?
I don't know.
Good start.
This way.
Oh.
It's not a bus, it's a tram, and it comes in 5 minutes. We've not had trams for ages, have we? I really miss them. I got really used to them in like Poland and Slovakia. Trams are good. I like
Trams are good.
I really like trams though.
What's your favourite thing about trams?
The efficiency. They're a well-oiled, moving machine. Validate our tickets, and the driver just showed us how to do that. I feel so helpless, don't know what we're doing.
We've made it to our guest house, and Izzy's just gonna go and pay at reception, then we're heading out into Sarajevo.
I need your passport.
Oh, okay. We've dumped our stuff down, and now we're off out to explore the city.
We've only got one night here, so we want to see and do as much as possible. Although it looks like it's about to rain, so maybe some stuff will have to be indoors. Like food.
Ooh.
And coffee. Where did it go? Cats just disappear and I don't know how they do it.
Ah, there it is. I think I've spent half my life chasing Izzy, chasing cats.
There's an interesting story about the town hall in Sarajevo. So this house here actually used to be where the town hall is now. Town hall's the big kind of red and orange building over there. The really pretty one. But the ruler at the time wanted to build that building there to have this view of the river, and the person who owned the cottage was so stubborn that they refused to move. Eventually, however, they were persuaded with a lot of money and by the promise that they would move his house over brick by brick and replicate it exactly on the other side of the river. So that's what they did, and the house is still there today. It's a restaurant now. Apparently the food's really good. Maybe we should go there. Question.
Yes.
Can we get one of these, like, in our house?
A, we don't have a house. B, no.
When we do get a house though, when we get a house, can we get one of these?
Maybe.
I'll work on it. Walking around the main bazaar here in Sarajevo, and we walked into a shop, and the guy who was doing metal work in there stopped and showed us exactly how he does it. It's just a really cool guy to talk to, really sweet. He showed us pictures of his sons and his grandparents and great-grandparents who've all been doing this for generations. Just a really cool experience.
Will be something like that.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's for bookmark.
Bookmark.
Oh, wow.
And before work look just like that, and when making design, using these kind of tools, and look now. And when it's finished, I will taking this hammer, making flat, the putting hole, the putting tassel, that will be bookmark.
Okay.
Or I can taking and do that.
Break it?
Yes. That's it. You see, same way work, two totally different products.
This bazaar is actually the oldest in Sarajevo, and its name, which we really struggle to pronounce, so we'll put it here, actually means the main bazaar in Turkish.
What's going on? At first I couldn't scare the cow in the fair. Shoo! It doesn't listen. Now I can't even scare pigeons.
Can't believe you lost a game of chicken to a pigeon.
They're scary.
We've been wandering around the city for about half an hour now, and we've come across so many shops just like this one selling some of the most amazing looking sweets I've ever seen.
Do you want to buy some?
Yes, feed me.
This is the point where the west and the east of Sarajevo join together. There's literally a west and east sign on the floor, and it's so interesting. If you look to your right, which is the direction we've just come from, it's a really quaint old bazaar lined with really old shops, carpentry, etc. And then on your left is a gigantic modern shopping street. I've never been to a city where the divide is so obvious that you can literally draw a line down the middle, and they have.
We knew that we wouldn't have a lot of time in Sarajevo, but because our bus was delayed, we have even less time. What we have seen of the city though is absolutely amazing.
It's really pretty, and we've really loved wandering around all the streets, but it is getting cold and dark now, so we're going to do one last thing, which is get food. And we're going to a restaurant that you might recognise.
We've come to the restaurant from the story we told you about earlier, where the man's house got moved across the river. The food looked really good, so we thought we'd give it a try.
We've just learned from our waiter that the name of this restaurant is Inat Kucha, and it translates to stubborn house because, well, the man who owned it was very stubborn.
It's for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bread. Bon appetit.
Okay, thank you. This looks so good. Oh, it's just cold outside now, and this is like really good comfort food.
I've gone for what's called Bosanki Lonak, which translates to Bosnian pot. It's beef, veal, potatoes, and a load of vegetables in an amazing looking mix. I don't think I've been this excited for something to eat in a long time. This looks incredible. Oh my god. As soon as I bit into the beef, it literally melted in my mouth. Oh, I'm so happy. It's so good.
I've got Sitini Cevap, which I think Cevap, because it's spelt kind of like Cevapi, is kind of the Bosnian version of Cevapi, except this definitely isn't sausages. It is beef, vegetables and spices cooked in a pot under a dome. You were right about the beef. It is probably the best cooked beef I've ever had. It literally is falling apart. There's lots of different herbs and spices, so you get like a really good, complex, rich flavour. This is such like a savoury, warming dish, perfect for our first rainy day. Winter is coming and I'm happy about it. Oh, and we also got bread. It's homemade. Our mains were so good that we had to try a traditional Bosnian dessert. It's called Hermesicha and it looks like cake soaked in syrup. That's really nice. It's basically like if baklava was a cake and it tastes exactly how I described it initially. Like a really soft kind of sponge cake but soaked in syrup. Your turn.
That is incredibly sweet. I'll be honest, it's a lot sweeter than I was actually expecting, but it is really good.
We've had a great time in Sarajevo, but we are leaving tomorrow because we're flying to, where are we flying to? Kosovo.
Yes.
We're flying to Kosovo. Hear ye, hear ye. It is 11 o'clock and I am hungry. Hear ye, hear ye. Oh, bread. Bless you.
Thank you.